Disclaimer. What you're about to hear is a detailed adaptation of Sheron's real near-death experience, NDE, following a lightning strike in 2005. Her account includes encounters with divine beings, visions of the afterlife, and prophetic glimpses into Earth's future. This is not fiction. Use discernment and an open heart. It happened in the summer of 2005. I was sitting on the back steps of my house, chatting on the phone with a dear friend from Oregon. It had just started to drizzle and the sky had begun to grumble in the distance. My ex-husband had come home from work. He was an electrician and walked past me as I sat there, barefoot on the concrete steps. "Is it safe to be on a cordless phone in a storm?" I asked as he went inside. He didn't answer. Maybe he didn't hear me. But 5 minutes later, I got my answer. A lightning bolt fell from the sky and everything exploded in light. It struck my right arm and ripped through my body like 1,000 burning needles. I hit the ground hard. My body convulsed. The last thing I remember was the unbearable pain in my chest and arm. And then nothing, or rather, everything. In one moment, I was writhing in agony. In the next, I was floating, watching from above as my lifeless body lay twisted on the concrete. And then, like a gentle pull, I drifted into the house. But it wasn't my house. Everything looked wrong. The curtains weren't mine. The furniture belonged to another time. Antique, faded, maybe from the 1920s or 30s. The walls seemed washed in a sepia hue, and the air itself glowed with an eerie golden yellow tint. I was there, and not there. A ghost in a world that wasn't quite the present. I began to panic. Where was my ex-husband? My children? Why was I alone? A distant voice echoed, like an old-time radio playing in another room. Yet there was no radio, no source. Only the strange music of time unraveling. Then came the clouds, soft, golden, pink, glorious. They surrounded me like a mother's embrace, and with them came something else. A love so overwhelming, so absolute, that it filled every atom of who I was. Not just emotional love, but a tangible energy that saturated my spirit. I was bathing in love, whole, accepted, alive in a way that made life on Earth feel like a dream. Then I noticed two men approaching. They looked to be in their 20s or early 30s, glowing, radiant, wearing cream-colored linen garments that shimmered with detail, each fiber visible, each stitch deliberate. They smiled. Their joy was infectious. At first, I thought they were angels, but they weren't. They were my brothers, two souls I never got to meet in life. One had died shortly after birth when I was only a year old. The other was lost to miscarriage when I was 2. I had known of their existence, but barely. My parents never spoke of them. But there they were, smiling with my father's eyes, filled with love. We embraced without touching. We remembered each other without memory. They led me from the clouds into a garden, and from the garden into a city of light. I have no words for the colors I saw. They were vivid yet soft, sharp yet peaceful. The air itself sparkled, and the grass sang beneath my feet. Yes, sang. Everything had a sound. The rocks, the trees, the flowers. Each life form vibrated with its own note, and together they formed a symphony, a divine orchestra of creation. The light here didn't come from the sun. It came from within. I knew without being told. I was in heaven. There was no fear, no questions, just knowing. And then came the life review. Everything I had ever said, done, or thought, every act of kindness, every word of pain played before me. But not like a movie. I felt it. I felt the joy I gave others and the sorrow I caused. There was no judgment, no punishment, just truth. And a message spoken directly into my being. What you put into the universe comes back to you. Then the scene shifted again. I was led to a glistening lake, calm and smooth as glass. As I looked into its surface, I saw visions of the future, Some of what I saw has already happened. I saw 9/11. I saw natural disasters, tsunamis over Japan, Indonesia, Chile. I saw a woman in Canada, trapped in a car with her child during a flood. They were drowning. And yet, angels in human form came to save them. The child survived. I saw governments crumbling, riots in the streets, a man throwing something through a storefront window as a building nearby burned. I saw chaos, collapse. I saw silver and gold coins being exchanged because paper money had lost its value. I was told we would return to a bartering system, like the ancient past. And then, I was shown something I still don't understand. A silver ribbon stretching across America, growing wider and wider. I sensed it was the Mississippi River, but no explanation was given, only that it symbolized a divide. But then came something even more astonishing. Jesus. He appeared before me, tall, radiant. His hair was long and dark, falling past his waist in gentle waves. His skin was not white. It was dark, rich, sun-warmed. His eyes, deep brown and liquid with compassion. He looked into me, and I melted. "I have walked beside you every day of your life," he said. "I have never left you. I never will." His love was infinite, personal, transformative. And then came God. We sat on a log by a sparkling creek, just talking. Yes, talking. He looked like a man, shoulder-length curly hair, neatly trimmed beard, eyes that sparkled with galaxies. Was it really God? I don't know. But the love I felt was beyond comprehension. He showed me the universe. No people, no cities, just stars, colors, gas clouds swirling in rainbow brilliance. And then, back to the creek, to the log, to the garden. He told me, "You are perfect, just as you are. You do not need to earn love. You are love." When our conversation ended, he gestured for me to rise. 2 angelic women appeared. They led me to another lake and showed me more visions. They showed me safe places, pockets of light in the mountains, places where hope would remain. And then, it was time. I returned to my body. I was lying on the ground next to the steps, burned, breathless, alive. The phone was melted, my skin was scorched, but my soul was different. That was nearly 20 years ago. Since then, I've been struck by lightning 3 more times. Yes, 4 total. I've developed sensitivities. Bright lights and loud sounds overwhelm me. Crowds drain me. I sense energies, spirits, even smells from other dimensions. I divorced, remarried, rebuilt. For 6 months after my NDE, I lived in a state of ecstatic unity. I didn't sleep for 11 days. I devoured every book I could find on near-death experiences, the spirit world, consciousness. I am not religious, but I am now deeply connected to God. I still receive flashes, visions, dreams, moments of knowing. I don't seek them. They simply come. And when they do, I pray. Because every vision I was shown in 2005 has come true. And I know more is coming. But I'm not afraid. Because I've seen what's beyond this life. And it's more real, more beautiful, more true than anything we know. If this story moved you, I invite you to pause, breathe, and ask yourself, what are you putting into the universe? If you've lost someone or ever felt alone, know this, you are never alone. If you feared death, know this, death is not the end. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. It helps more people hear these testimonies of hope, love, and what lies beyond. And remember, we are more than flesh. We are more than thought. We are light. We are love. And we are never alone.